Divine Sunshine coming into you with your divine masculine energy read. Right now, this came off of a reading, and so I just wondered why this energy is going. Just tap in currently to see what's going on with the divine masculine. Please make sure, excuse me, there you got a lot of things to read. Please make sure that you go back in and actually look at tonight's, which I just did, live with Sean Barker, the Q&A with him, we'd say inside the mind of the divine masculine. Very good stuff. Make sure that if you have not seen part one, please make sure you see part one so you can go on ahead and to move into part two as well, so you can kind of get an understanding, because the way we did it, although it's part two, but a lot of times we refer to what happened in part one as well. So that's just very much a big part, an integral part of how you see how both of them kind of operate together. Okay, so now you see, now when I do the readings, I do the divine masculine and the divine feminine things as well. So we're going to tap into the 5D energies of the divine masculine, because we know that the 5D and the 3D version of them acts differently. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm talking and stuff was coming out, so okay, so right now the divine masculine, clear, protective of one's emotions collectively. Okay, can you clarify for me what's that all about? Directing. He might be cocooning him right now. The divine masculine 5D thing is like really, because it seems like to me when I hear directing, it's like it's a certain direction he wants him to actually go into. And he might even seeing, I mean, they're telling me from a bird's eye view that the divine masculine 3D self is actually protecting their emotions right now, and they really want to kind of like, you're kind of going in the wrong direction with that, whatever has caused him to do that. Let's look at the 3D. Let's see how that's turning out in the 3D. Clear. Masculine. Ooh, that's a lot. Let's see. Huh. Six of chalices. So right now it seems like in some ways the divine masculine is protecting himself, because several things, I'm seeing several layers. We got fog here, which is some things that's falling away. That's interesting. They got like socks here, and that's interesting, like things, personal effects that you will kind of find if the divine masculine was like at your home. Things of that nature. Those like homely things. Socks make you feel kind of comfortable. Sometimes on the day you're at home, you put your socks on and you just feel nice watching television. So that comfortability as well. But what intrigues me is this picture here, and the divine and this feminine image is kind of looking at it. So right now the divine masculine and his emotions, I'm getting several forks in the row and several layers they've been shown to me. Some things he sees that in his emotions, he has an ideal of what the relationship or loving relationship or being in love would be. He's got a picture of it. And I see a scroll here. So to me, again, it's in his lap. So he's basing it upon old ideals or things, a scroll, like laws, something that's been, or rules or principles that's been handed down to through the ages. So that could be also familiar, something that's been passed on and is, you know, he's relying on that, or he's putting it in his lap. Another thing is saying again, he's looking at his divine feminine. Maybe some divine feminines have, in some ways, they got an idea, expectation of how love is, or she might be kind of, some of them might be looking at other loves or someone else or something like that, because that don't look like that's her in mind, but at the same time wanting peace out of the situation. Can I get it clarified with this? Thank you. I really want the energies. This is picking. What is this? Clarify. What is this? The thinking man. So it's got him really, he's been doing a lot of thinking and trying to get things crystal clear here in the 3D about this Six of Chalices. Let me look and see about that. And he's trying to be patient. Now that could, to me, it reminds me of the other card that they have, like, really been patient and waiting, that expectations for the Kipper is coming up in the mind when I think about this. Let me look up, because this is on the outside. This is what I'm seeing. Six of Chalices. What is this? Memory, the magic of the parchment. A portrait reminds us of those who were only distant memories. It may revive desire for an ex and destroy blocks of the past. So in a 3D, that's why I'm saying about this past. He's been thinking about, like, it's either the divine feminine or in his emotions. He's been thinking about just the idea of what love is based upon things in the past. It's a shadow aspect to this too as well. It's like, it's the good part emotionally. It's like, you know, I'm really trying to think about what things I did in the past, but I also know what this sweet treat is, and I also know that I want, now see these doves here, these peace doves. Doves remind me of, I want a peace, to be at peace. This peace could come in the thing of saying, I want to go on further with something new, with my real idea of what I picture love is, or this could be an idea of this saying accepting where they are and just tolerating where they are at this moment. With that, so that's one way of looking at it. What does he want to say? What does this one want to say? Clear. Oh, and I say this, not gonna say cards. Clear. When I first met you, I honestly didn't know you were going to be this important. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Okay. So right now they're just thinking, you know, it's really right now for them is becoming very torn with them about what's going on. And just kind of playing these games as to within themselves about, like, thinking about this past. My money is funny, so is my honey. So right now, financially, some of them, it could be financially or even the flow of abundance, love, because money is also the currency or action in the physical form of love as well. So right now, because of maybe their financial situation, especially with what everything that's going on, probably is thinking the same thing, that they might be acting a little funny. That's one way I can look at it too. You're like, what happened? They was nice one minute, and next minute they this, that, and then you know, they're starting to act a little funny with the situation, towards you maybe. Okay, that's one way of looking at it. So, you know, you're important to him, but in some ways, I just feel like they kind of like trying to just blow it off. In some ways, in this 3D, not the 5D, but in the 3D, some collectively, what they're going through. Clear. Again, and because their money is funny, they might be even trying to, I'm about to say sell their soul, might be doing some things. I'm seeing here protecting their emotions that might not be of the norm, that's really authentic, or protecting the integrity of themselves. I think about when I was getting my hair done, I always like to get it blonde, and my stylist would always say, well, you know, you got to kind of watch it, because each time you do a blonde, you mess with the integrity of your hair, which means the real trueness is the true nature of the quality of your hair in this. And so to me, this kind of brings to me here why he's this money situation that's acting up, that might be a little acting funny as far as how he's expressing love, because they say protecting their emotions, and because they're funny, the money is funny. Of course, in the 50, they say we seeing it now. You starting to protect yourself. You might be trying to do things that may not be suitable or put you on the path where you're supposed to. So right now, that's why I say in the 50, it's like it looks like they like we're gonna have to kind of redirect you right now, because you kind of going off, might be going a little off script. You're so much on protecting yourself, you're not following being your, like I say, the integrity of who you are. Naked before your stars to me is your promiscuity, which means again using sex, using something, using body, charisma to kind of get over, instead of understanding that even in your ability to be vulnerable is something that I've seen somebody's program that's talk about, why do we think that people who are vulnerable are weak, when it really takes a lot of strength for people to be vulnerable. And so even in your emotions right now, if you're feeling that you're vulnerable, especially with everything that's happening to the world, the last thing you want to do is start selling your soul and doing things with in karmic situations or things of that's going to still give a false sense of security right where you are. And so they're saying naked before the stars, know that you are a star. But at the same time, you got to watch this to me, because every time I see it, it's like overdressing, overselling your sexuality, overdoing something. It's like my kids say, you just doing too much. That's something you have to watch out for. Next thing we have, clear, life changes. The adult children, that's interesting. Some life children, again, how the divine masculine is nurturing himself. How is he communicating this stuff with himself? How is he being able to relate to others as well, is at play here. I see his passion, but he's got to get passionate more so about the godlike or the spiritual passion about things as well. And like I said, that communications and and to me, I see the color orange there, which to me is getting really the zeal of everything that she's doing. Like I said about the passion. Adult children, they might be also adult children that's involved, that's influencing him. They're making him more protective of his emotions as well. Maybe they might be tugging at his strings as well in this whole thing. Spiritual growth. Again, they say they got to see changes, sources, powers. That peace say they got to see a change. Again, that's that spiritual. Be passionate for God. Hold that banner for God, a crusade for God, or source, or whatever it is in his heart chakra. He's got to have that growth, because right now, some of them are, not all of them, some of the divine masculines are not being when I hear growth, it's like some kind of where they're being spiritually immature somewhere, and about the situation. That's why his higher self, or the 50 dimension is saying, we see you protecting your emotions, but you need some redirecting as to what's really the right way of protecting your emotions, or to me in some ways why the reasoning or the intent, like I had seen in a personal reading, like what's your intentions for protecting your emotions, not just to be doing it just to be doing it. And then they say leaving, understanding that wherever this mindset you are, to me emotionally or spiritually, in order for you to have this spiritual growth, you've got to grow. To me, when I see adult children here, that means you got to grow into adulthood. I think about that movie called Baby Boy, and like I say, some of them, the divine, some men are walking around as if they are men, but you're really still a child or a boy walking around here perpetrating in the understanding of a boy. And to me, it's like, to me, adult children is that two things. I'm saying all divine masculines, but I'm just saying some of them are still having that inner battle with that inner child there that has not grown up, and they've got to learn how to be able to really nurture and to grow and to handle that situation as well. And so that's causing a problem as well. So you got to have growth. I see the flower here opening, and to me, and blossoming into something else. That's interesting is black and white. To me, when I see black and white used in a lot in these things, especially when you talk about the butterfly transform, and understanding that there's really no gray area. It's either black or white, or you're dealing with finding how to transform and to deal with both the shadow and the light, how to make even in the balance between the two, how to take also the negative and the positive, and to look at the parts of you that's negative, and to be able to embrace that and be able to learn how to be okay with that and come to union with that. What things does he need to surrender? Wow, I got my time is like, hey, what you say? Clear. What does the divine masculine have to surrender? Has to surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing, and quickly refocus on positive affirmatives. Especially with these emotions, probably if they're flaring up like I see that they are, he needs to kind of get into the point of understanding that that critic, that inner critic, that's probably really playing into his emotions. That's why they say about this thinking man in the 3D. He keeps on going back to the past and thinking about it in the past, and he's overplaying that card as well. And so that's causing the issue of him going back. I think about Ayana Van Zandt saying, you tell the story. She's talking about, say, okay, beloved, okay, I hear you telling the story, but let's not relive the story. Let's not reenact the story. You're looking at it from the point of being an observer. What can I learn from that? And to me, when I think about these past things, maybe he might be critical about the things that he's done to divine feminine, done to himself, or whatever. But he's got to understand that he's got to get to the point of, getting control of that, because that critic is helped feed and perpetuate him to go in the wrong direction. And so that, again, that's where he's got to work on directing himself as to the direction he actually wants to go. Surrender to receive and support and love. Allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. At the same time, it's got some polar bears. So again, moving with brute force in this, understanding that, learning how to, again, when I see the polar bears, I think about that leg up, and it's got the little small bear, helping yourself to be able to nurture. That goes back again. It keeps on saying, divine masculines, you all need to kind of nurture yourselves. You need to be able to kind of nurture yourself through all of this. This is going to help you. And so it can be able to take the pressure. This can take the pressure Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. That goes back to them saying they seen you protecting your emotions, which is not helping you from where you are. So you need to let other people's in so this can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Divine masculines also. Oh Lord, I had it right there on top. That was gonna happen. Okay. Excuse me. All of them fell. Help me. Excuse me. And I show my booty on live. on the live TV, on the channel. Okie dokie. Fell right off the box. Ooh-wee. Okay. What does he, what is the divine energies he have to go with? Okay. Clear. Grief and anger. Yeah, I can feel that. So some kind of way, some of the divine master. And I know I seen Sean even talk about he had some anger things that he was doing. And he talked about that even in the video. So, and also other divine masters are dealing with the anger issues as well. So grief and anger and the emotions again. Having sleepless nights, maybe having nightmares, having hard time sleeping. This is coming up as well for some divine masculines. Okay, what is the energy that they want to move him into as well? Well, this went so fast. I must did less talking, I guess, because I've been talking all today. Clear. I mean, literally. Friends, everybody has been. Here's that. Wait a second. Is this the... No, okay. Hold a second. Let me do it again. Talk to them all today. People have been calling me. Okay, if it's so. Clear. Bring that card back out. I think I seen it. So we got the Three of Cups energies, and they're moving them into that. Okay, so with the Three of Cups energies, to me, it's really becoming harmony with several ways you can look at it. You can look at Three of Cups and coming in harmony, which to me is almost like the community card, which is all coming together, enfolding, taking other people in there instead of blocking out other people's. To me, this looks like, to me, you're embracing other energies. You can look at it internally for the inner journey, taking the three energies, which to me will be the what I talk about, the white and the dark, the light and the shadow. Learning how to embrace that right there in the middle, understanding that's you, the true spirit and essence, who you are as far as the integrity, and being able to learn how to embrace all those energies as well. That's interesting because, yeah, one of them don't have the same. Both of them got white on, but one's got short dress on, one's got light, and the other one in the middle has got pink, which that would represent to me like unconditional love, like from Source. Source is unconditional love. And so you got the two white dress colors on here, which is, to me, is dealing with like the two energies as you have divine feminine and divine masculine. But they both emotionally, they get the same because they're both feminines as well. I want to, but that's what I pick up there. So friendships, abundance, cooperation, community, closeness with siblings, joy, communication, celebrations, and soul contracts. This is the energies that they're trying to move the divine masculine into next. Okay. What does the divine masculine want to say to divine feminine? And then I'm finished. I just cannot believe this. This to me is like a miracle that I'm doing this low, but that's good because I heard somebody, Nika Landry, clear. She was talking about how YouTube's things is kind of different and you got to cut off at a certain time because otherwise it don't really go through how they're doing the different numbers and the things and the rhythms and things, algorithms and everything. So you got to kind of keep it. So spend time, some quality time together. It's imperative that we spend quality time with those we are in significant relationships with, listening and talking to each other. So right now I'm picking up right there is if with these quarantine times that's going on, maybe at this time they're really taking some introspective look on the outside as far as really trying to get getting invested with what's happening and what's being showed with where they are currently with that, and just learning, just telling you in turn for you to be able, they're talking to you, for you to just love with the person that you with at this time. So also they're saying within, I'm picking up saying too, just keep on learning yourself in the meantime. Just keep learning yourself as well, divine feminines, your feminine energies and your masculine energies. And then be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. So they want you, divine feminines, for you to stay in the present, but same time, like prepare, like I said in the video, prepare for what's going to happen in the future. Prepare and just have that knowingness, okay? Okay, and so that's what you need to do. I told you everybody to call and want to check in. I don't know what's happening with this. I get everybody like, you okay? I don't know what this is. Everybody is checking in with me today. I don't know what that gift is. Thank you on that one. So, as always, that's the end of this reading. Please check out again the playground as well to really see about the things from inside the mind of the divine masculine. Very, very good stuff is in there. Okay, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Love you.